I thought we would just start with what brings us here to a message like this and a gathering like this. These are very unique discussions. And in English terms, we like to call them talks or dialogues or meetings, sessions. But there is a Sanskrit word that completely dials it in perfectly, and that is satsang. Satsang is broken down into sat is truth or existence or being. It cuts right to the heart of reality. And sang is an association with. So we are associating here with the truth. We've come together to discuss something that is not found anywhere else in our world, especially in the Western world. This truth is the essence of who we are. And so what makes this unique is that we are so conditioned to look out into the world in all of our relationships and careers and activities and talents and adventures and relationships, and train that this somehow is reality. That out here in this world, it is real, and therefore the solution to peace or contentment has to be out in this world somehow, somewhere, because this is the reality that I know. So in this outward facing reality has to be, the truth has to be out here somewhere. But as we analyze that, and especially as we age, we start to realize, man, I'm running out of options out here. It seems like I've kind of done it all, and it's not bringing the satisfaction that I'm looking for. And so that's why here in satsang, we don't deny what appears to be real. All we're saying is that we're going to look in a different direction. We're not going to deny what we believe to be as real out here in this world. We're not going to deny that one iota. We're just going to put it aside for a while. And we're going to look to see if we can find this other substance that's been missing. But we need to kind of pull these apart. This world that we are seeking in for happiness versus the world of ourself. So this is where it gets somewhat extremely simple, is that there's our self, which we will be analyzing here a lot deeper shortly. But there's self, and then there's everything other than that. What is this everything other? Well, we can break it down into three simple categories. One is mental categories. And anything that has to do with our mind, our thinking, our imagining, our problem solving, our memories, our ideas. These are all mental concepts that come and go. There's our body and all of what it experiences, its feelings, its emotions, its sensations, and the physical aspect of the body. And then there's our 5 perceptions of sight, smell, taste, touch, and sound. And that's where the objective world comes in. So everything that we know that's other than ourself is mental, physical, and perception-based. It's that simple, because that to us is everything. There is nothing that I just mentioned that you don't know. There isn't something that's been forgotten. But what makes these 3 attributes of how we perceive the world different than self? Well, these all come and go. Everything in our mind comes and goes. Our feelings come and go. Our sensations, our emotions. Everything that we perceive comes and goes. I smell the coffee, there's the coffee, and now I don't smell the coffee anymore. I go to work, I'm at my computer for a while, then I leave, and it's not there. Every single thing comes and goes. This is a world of impermanence. And what satsang points to is the permanence of ourself. So now we've even simplified it even more. What we're after doesn't change. It's immutable. So now we could say, if anything that I know changes, it's not what's being pointed to here. This is a radical shift. We can't deny that. Because what it's saying is, whatever the truth is, whatever reality is not anything mental, physical, or known with my 5 senses. We could say that in satsang, that's considered to be unreal. So everything that I know is unreal. We could go deeper into this and put criteria on reality, on what we're going to dive deeper into here. Reality has 3 primary criteria. It has to be permanent, meaning it doesn't come and go. It's immutable. It can't be damaged. It can't be altered. It can't move or vibrate or have a frequency in any way. It has to exist. It has to be self-existing. There can't be anything prior to it that gives it its energy to be. And the third one is that for something to exist, something has to be there to know that it exists. So it's self-knowing. These are the 3 criteria in which satsang points. Now let's look into our world. Does our world meet this definition? Well, for one, it doesn't meet the first one right off the bat because it's impermanence. It comes and goes. And anything that comes and goes doesn't meet the first quality or criteria. It appears to exist, so we can leave that there. This world appears to exist. Okay, it seems to meet that criteria. But does this world know itself? When I say world, I mean we can take objects. Is a tree aware of itself? Does a tree say I? Does a tree call itself I? That's ridiculous. Does a thought call itself I? Is a thought aware of itself? No. Is the smell of coffee aware of itself? No. So what's being described is that these are just more and more pointers to what is not real in this world. And yet what will be seen is that this world, its underlying reality is the one of ourself, is the permanence, appearing as the impermanent world. Notice that when you're in satsang, it appears that you experience peace. Like there's a connection here that you'll never understand conceptually. Yet it brings your mind to a content place. It's because when we're in this message, these conversations are pointing us back to the peace of ourself. And we love what brings us peace. So one of the beautiful aspects of being in the message of non-duality or Advaita or being in satsang is it literally brings us peace. And we experience that directly. So if there's a purpose for this, that's it. It's the truth that delivers direct peace. That can't be known with your mind. It just is. So what is this permanence? What never changes? What is that? It's our own essence. It's as if when we reflect back over our life, we have these moments of I have always been myself somehow. There's something in here that has never changed. And it doesn't matter how old I am, what I'm worth, my relationships, my career, my body type, my mental knowledge. there's something that never changes. That is what's being pointed to. It's that inherent understanding that you absolutely know there's something that has never changed. And as we turn our mind to want to know what that is, because it's so alluring, it's so pure, that it disappears, which is a pointer. The mind clouds the truth. The truth cannot be known with our mind. We can't know ourselves with our mind. Because we're using an impermanent tool to know permanence. It's as if permanence became impermanent, an impermanent mind, and that impermanent mind is trying to know the permanence. What Advaita points to is that why go to your mind at all? Why not just stay with the permanence, the essence of what has never changed about you? How many eyes do you have? How many of there are you? Again, another nonsensical question. There's only one. There's only one. Whatever that one is, there's only one here. What is that one? What is that one that never changes? What is that one that meets the definition or criteria of reality, of what's real? I am permanent. I exist, and I know that I exist. I am is reality. When you say I am, you are literally saying I exist and I know I exist. This is what's being pointed to in satsang. This is the intimacy of ourself. What all 8 billion of us seek is the one of ourself. The intimacy of our being. There is no relationship more intimate than this, because it's a non-dual relationship. There isn't one that's having a relationship with another. It's our self having a relationship with itself. It doesn't leave itself to find something other than itself to then bring that other back home to itself to have a relationship. This is pure intimacy. And this intimacy of yourself is all that you're after in life. And it's all the world wants from you. This is self-shining. It shines because you have let go of the impermanent world. That you've found the courage to let go of the impermanent world, to seek what that even means and how to do that. But your thirst to know the intimacy of yourself, which is the truth, overrides the frightening aspects of letting go. The only thing that can override the fright that might happen as you let go of all of this apparent world is love. Is the direct experience of this intimacy of love of yourself. To where the desire to know yourself directly as yourself it just takes over. It just takes you over. And you're just more and more willing to let the impermanent world go to come home to the permanence of yourself. This essence doesn't have a form. This intimacy, this essence that we've known who who or what we have been our entire life, it doesn't have a form. It doesn't have any boundaries to it. It's complete freedom. Which is what is being pointed to in this, is that what we've taken ourselves to be in this world is this form and body that has a mind. And what is being shown is that the intimacy of ourself doesn't have this quality. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. You can't know the truth with your mind. You can't know the truth with the physical form of yourself. That's what's being let go, to know the formless, boundless, intimate freedom of the one essence of yourself. That's why we come to satsang, is to have the truth come to light, so that we're more and more willing to let go of the form, the boundedness, the contractedness, to let go of that, to experience the boundlessness and formlessness of ourself, which is I am. I mean, say to yourself, I am. Do you not know that to be true? I am it's an absolute. You can't even find it. Like, it's here. I absolutely know I am. I absolutely know that. But I can't tell you how. I can't tell you where. It's like everywhere and nowhere. It's everything and nothing. And it has absolutely no fright to it. This could be the most important pointer on this path. Because we hear this message, we hear we have to let go of everything. That scares us, or it can. And yet, when we analyze where we're going, there's absolutely no fright there. It's complete peace. It just is. It's these pointers that allow us to let go and let go and let go. Knowing that where we're going is everything we seek. Total contentment, regardless of what is happening in our life. So if you leave here with anything today, it's come back to I am and analyze that. I am is the essence, is the one that we know we've never have not been this. It just hasn't been pointed out that this is the place, this is the experience, this is it. Spend time with I am. Turn your attention to I am. Experience the peace of I am. Analyze its qualities. See if you can find contraction. See if you can find a border. See if you can find resistance. You can't. It's unconditional acceptance. It's unconditional acceptance to what is. It's pure love. That is love. When you are in love with everything, regardless of what those things or situations are doing, is that not what we seek? We cannot change the world. We can only change how we perceive it, which means when we experience ourselves differently as I am, the world just is as it is. And we love it for that. And when we know this, there isn't us and it. There's only love appearing as this world doing what the world does. So this is what satsang is for. This is why we come together. This is the association. The association is truly I am, because each one of us, all 8 billion of us, know I am. So go to that. I should say, go to this. There is no that, there's only this. There's only thisness happening, which is I am. Isness, amness, thisness. And sit with that. Close your eyes. Put on noise-canceling headset. Just come home and rest there. You can't deny that in those first several minutes of trying to sit with I am, you're going to be pushed away. Your body's going to want to push you away. Your mind's going to want to push you away. But the more you just let everything be as it is, you don't deny it. You just let the mind run or the body urge and just rest into that. You're resting into I am. And those urges, they will die down. Which means that the truth starts to reveal itself more and more. The experience, the direct, non-objective experience of I am just comes into your experience. one last pointer before you can open it up to questions. Notice how I didn't ask you to utilize anything from your mind, body, or senses to know yourself. I didn't go into the objective world to try to find an object in it to bring it back home to I am so that I am can know itself. I am knows itself just by being itself. It's prior to simple. I am is what knows simple. I didn't ask you to follow anybody. I didn't ask you to believe anything. I didn't ask you to join anything or attend anything or purchase anything or obtain anything physical. I didn't ask you to go anywhere. I didn't ask you to become anything. If the message asks anything of you, it's to just be. Not be this or that. Just be. And in that being, it delivers peace. The direct experience of peace, where peace is not a concept anymore. It's not an experience to be reached somewhere in time. It's permanently available as yourself. We can continue sitting in silence for as long as we need, or if you'd like to ask a question, feel free. Just remember to unmute yourself.